All right. Recording is on. Welcome in, everyone. We have core and stretching, all right? I'm going to pop down to the floor so you can barely see me now, but that's okay. All you're going to need is a mat. I took my shoes off. If you want to go barefoot, go for it. Keep your shoes on. Go for it. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to start our timer. We have a quick warm-up. We're going to be on the floor the entire time. I'm going to explain to you 8 different core movements that we should be doing. So we're going to start seated, actually. A little bit of a warm-up for our core. Heels are going to be planted to the floor. Bring your hands together. We do this when standing, but we're just going to do it sitting this time. So you're going to rotate side to side. Eyes are following your hand backwards. Already starting to get a little core activation going here. Oh, start your watch as if you wear a watch. If you have an Apple Watch, there is a core training actually setting on there. Keep going with this cross. Reach back. We'll go for about 5 more seconds. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have you roll all the way down onto your back. From here, we're going to just practice setting our core, how this should be for every single core move that we do. We're going to tuck those hips up and under, drive your belly button down to the floor, and this is where your core should be set. This is your core activation, right? So go ahead, release, and set your core. Whew. Good. Release. Pelvis up and under. Good. Release. Pelvis up and under. Good. Release. Let's do 2 more. Tuck and tight. That's your set core. Release. 1 more. Tuck and tight. Good work. All right, we're going to flip it on over. Today we're working 45 seconds on, 15 off. We're starting our first move in 3 seconds already. You're going to flip over onto your belly. Don't worry if you're still taking your time. First round here, we're going to lift opposite limbs. It's like our Superman, this one, but we're lifting opposites. So opposites are lifting. This is called an extension for your back. Again, I mentioned 8 moves that we're trying to do for our core strength. And this is an extension of your core. So working your low back, little into your glutes, basically your whole posterior chain, right? It's all working for you. I call these Superman swimmers because it looks like you're kind of swimming. Kind of? I don't know. Imagine it, you guys. Use your creative brain. We got 8 seconds here. Quick 15-second rest. We got 3, 2, 1. Quick 15 seconds is yours. We're going into a prone plank. So your normal plank position, hands, elbows, knees, or toes, it does not matter to me. I'm going for my forearms and my toes. And this is an anti-extension for your back. 2, 1, set that core. Remember, keep it there. We hold a solid plank. So this one, your hips want to dip low right into that extension. This is an anti-extension. So we're avoiding the urge to let those hips drop. You're really tucking the core up and under. Tuck your hips. So we have extension so far, and we have anti-extension. 20 seconds. Keep holding this plank. Tuck, tuck, tuck. I already had to take my sweatshirt off. We're only on move 2. Oh boy. Plank it out, baby. 10 seconds. Check on your core. Check on your core. We've got 3, 2, 1. We're rotating all the way onto our sit bones. Speaking of rotate, we're into a rotation for our core. We have a Russian twist, body weight only. We're going side to side here. Heels can be elevated or resting on the floor. Tall, long spine, all right? 3, 2, 1, rotation side to side. Let's do it. Eyes, chest, everything is going side to side. So we have extension. We have anti-extension. We have a rotation. Now, we don't have any anti-rotations today. If you want to take a quick peek at me, an anti-rotation were to be like if you were standing and you had a cable or a band attached to something over here, and you pull that band and you're facing perpendicular, you bring that band out and in. When you bring the band out, it wants to pull you this way, right? So we're kind of resisting the urge to rotate. That would be an anti-rotation, just for your knowledge. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. We're going into a side plank. It does not matter which side you do because we're going to do the other side. So we're going into a little lateral flexion is what this is called. So flexing over to the side and back. When we're in our side plank, we're going to dip the hip down and up. Down and up. Good. This position in the side plank is your anti-lateral flexion. and this is your lateral flexion. So we get both. It's like a 2-in-1 when you add that dip. Now my left arm is down. If you're opposite of me, that's totally fine. This bottom knee can be dropped into a kickstand. You're still doing that bend and extend. You can also be taking this from the hands. Whatever you've got, give it to me strong. We got 15 seconds. And we got the other side. It's our 4th move out of 6. Good, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, quick 15-second rest. We're rotating to the other side. Quick flip. Hips are up, same exact thing. Lateral flexion and anti-lateral flexion. On in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lift. Add that drop. Take a peek at your alignment. Your head to your heel is one straight line. Really common for us to want to pike those hips back. Keep your body in one straight line. It's called a plank for a reason. Good work. Flexion, anti-flexion. Come on, come on. Give me 20. Ooh, I'm burning over here. Back to the basics of core. But we're hitting all those movements, most of them at least. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, feel that shoulder. Good. We're going to roll onto our back. We have a crunch. These seem very silly, but this is a flexion for your core. So lateral flexion to the side. Regular flexion is forward. We're on in 5. It's a traditional crunch, you guys. Flexion. 3, 2, 1. Crunch and release. You're taking these slow and controlled. Up and down. Get those shoulder blades up off the floor. Yes, just like this, you guys. So this is our flexion, right? Anti-flexion is our 8th and final movement. We are not doing anything for anti-flexion because when we do RDLs and deadlifts, things like that, that is the exact opposite of this move. That's your anti-flexion, right? So if you quick look at me, when you're holding your dumbbells for your deadlifts, you're standing, right? And you're doing this hip hinge motion. Your spine wants to flex, but you're resisting that urge to flex, right? Your anti-flexion. And you guys are resting 15 seconds. Good work, you guys. That's it. We're back to our Supermans, all right? Oh boy. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Superman, lift, lower, swimming it out. If you remember, this one's extension. I am just going through the timer in my head. I think I'm I think I have 2 extra sessions, so we might just have to ignore that when we go into our stretching. We have about 12 minutes of core is what it comes up to. Keep working these Supermans. Flying side to side. Oh my gosh. You guys are doing great. 5, 4, lift, 3, 2, 1. Good work. We're popping up into our plank. That's our anti-extension, right? 10 seconds. Hands, elbows, knees, or toes. You know what? We're going to do bonus core. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Pop it up. Regular plank. Because I know that I'm 2 rounds over. I did it for 7 instead of 6. Dang it. So what we're going to do for our last 2 rounds, we don't have to worry about it yet, is I'm going to have you pick your favorite out of the 6 moves that we did, and you're going to do a repeat of 1 or 2 moves, okay? For our last 2 rounds. You can pick 1 or 2, and that's what we're going to do, all right? So keep thinking in your brain. We got Superman's planks, Russian twist, side planks, and crunches, and you're going to pick 2. All right, 10 seconds. Keep holding this. Tuck those hips. Come on, just like that practice activation. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Flipping it all the way over, we have our Russian twist. So our rotation, right, side to side. Oh boy, we're burning. We're sweating. We're on in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tall, long spine, eyes and chest. Follow the hands side to side. Heels are lifted or resting on the floor. Here we go. Tall, long spine, right? We don't want any of this. We want that neutral long spine. Your core can handle this. You got this. Side to side. Good. You're breathing. A big core mistake is we hold our breath, and I am a victim of that too. Make sure you keep breathing. That core is still tight, 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 but you're still breathing through it, right? 10 seconds. Up. Twist. Come on. Give me 5, 3, 2, 1. What was next? Side planks already. It does not matter which side you do. I'm gonna start with my left. You can go from your feet. Your bottom knee is dropped. Elbow or the hand. Plenty of options. Go ahead. Up, up. And here we go. Down and up. Lots of shoulder work here too. Remember your tall, long line from your head to your heel. Take a peek. Make sure you're in line. Keep this up. Let's go. Lateral flexion and anti-lateral flexion. Lateral flexion, anti-lateral flexion. Yep. We get both. Hang in there, y'all. 10 seconds. Come on, come on, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, same thing, other side. We got this. I can tell you right now that these side planks will not be in my bonus. Oh boy. So I have this side plank, we'll have a crunch, and then we're into our 2 bonus rounds. 2, 1, pump that hip up. You are down and up, down and up. Good. On the way up, you're squeezing your obliques, this bottom side of your core. Squeeze, good. Great so far. Come on, halfway. I'm burning just as much as you. I'm not invincible. Oh, come on, 15. Push it out, 10 seconds. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest, good. All right, we're into our flexion. So that crunch forward, rear from your back. Feet can be flat on the floor or up in the air. It's totally your call. We have flexion. We're on in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Crunch. Hands can be wherever is comfortable. If they are in the back of your head, just try not even try. Please don't. Rest on the back of your head and add any more neck tension. If your hands are in your head, they're just resting. Not pulling up on the head, any more tension or strain on your neck. Remember, these are slow and controlled. You are in control of this. No momentum bringing you forward, and you're using your core to lower down. Flexion. Remember, your anti-flexion is your deadlift and your RDLs that we do in class all the time, right? 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we have 2 bonus rounds. You have Superman's planks, twists, side planks, and crunches. I'm gonna do Superman's to start. You choose whatever you wanna do. We're on in 3, 2, I'm doing Superman swimmers. Go ahead. Bonus round. Whatever you're doing, give me your best effort. Superman, plank, twist, side plank, crunch. We have 1 more round after this, so think of your second bonus move. Give me 15 seconds here. Push it out, push it out. Give me 10. We're cruising so far. And 3, 2, 1. Quick rest. I'm gonna do crunches. You choose whatever you want. It's your second and last bonus round. Last core round itself. We're into stretching after this. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Whatever your last bonus move is, go ahead. Give me your best effort. There's gonna be a pop quiz on all 8 core moves after this. I'm just kidding, obviously. But yeah, it's super important to remember those 8 moves. Like anti-rotation is one that we don't do often. Again, that's the one I explained. It's called a pay-off press if you're interested. With a band. And you're kind of bringing your arms in and out. That's that one. Anti-rotation is a big one that often gets missed. So just FYI. How much time? We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Everyone's gonna meet in a child's pose. Let's go ahead and flip it on over. Your knees can be as close or as wide as you want them to be for this. You can experiment with both. Hips come down to the heels. We're gonna walk those hands out. Your forehead rests on the mat. Letting our core rest, your lower back kind of decompress just a bit. Again, knees are in any position, narrow to wide, and you can always experiment with your hands too. Your hands can come folded together on the back of the neck, back of the head. They can be down by your feet, so your arms kind of by your side. They can even be resting on the small of your back. There's totally 100 options to do all these moves. Experiment with whatever feels good. You're just resting. Good. We're gonna go into an up dog position. Now, if you have a stiff or a sore low back, stay in child's pose. If you wanna join me in this up dog position, shoot your hips forward, hands come right under the shoulders, and let those hips drop. Okay, so you're really strong in your upper body, shoulders are rolled down and back. It's a big core stretch. Again, if you have a stiff or a cranky low back, you're gonna avoid this. You're in your child's pose. If you are with me in this up dog position, we're gonna shift back into child's pose and we're gonna stretch the sides of our core. So from this child's pose, we're gonna walk those hands to the right. You're gonna feel a left side body stretch. From here, your left hand can come on top of your right hand, a deeper stretch. Forehead is still resting on the mat if that's accessible to you. This one always feels so good. Good, walk your hands through the center, over to the left side, same thing, right side body stretch. Right hand can come on top of the left if you want a deeper stretch. Should feel a stretch all the way through your armpits, down your side body. If you have stiff hips, some people can feel this in their hips as well. Good, bring those hands back to center. We're gonna pop up into tabletop. A little more yoga-esque, if you will, today. From here, let's do a couple cat-cows. So we're gonna inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, roll those shoulders back. On the exhale, round out your back, chin to chest, spreading the shoulder blades, good. Inhale, drop and lift. Drop and lift is a conundrum, isn't it? Exhale, round out the back. Inhale once more. And exhale. Good, we're gonna kick our right leg out into a kickstand. So your right foot ankle is all aligned with your hip, okay? From here, we're gonna do cat-cow. So you already probably feel an inner thigh stretch. We're gonna add the cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Your hips move with it. On the exhale, round it out, tuck your hips up and under. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale to release. Good, 2 more on this side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release, good. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Great work. If you need to roll your wrists out, now's a good time to do so. We're gonna kick that left leg out. Same exact thing on this side. When you are ready, inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, lift. Hips move with it, don't forget it, good. Inhale, lift, this is 3. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. 4, exhale, round. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale to round. We're gonna transition into pigeon pose. So this left leg, you're gonna shoot it right behind your front leg. So your left ankle and your right hand gonna be kind of aligned. This right leg is kicked out straight. This is a tough pose for a lot of people. Use your hands for as much support as you need to. We're stretching through the outer left hip. If this is not accessible to you, you're gonna do this seated figure 4 stretch, okay? You're gonna be in this position. Do whatever feels best for you, whatever's accessible for you. You're stretching the same thing. Intensity is the only thing that's changing. I feel like I focus on hips a lot when we do stretching. We need a lot of love in our hips, that's for sure. Good. To transition this, if you're in this pigeon pose, tuck your right foot, toes under, I should say. Step your left foot back. Tall plank position, you're gonna drive your right foot through, same thing. If you are in that seated figure 4 position, you're just gonna switch over to the other side. Oh, that deep inner thigh, not inner thigh, outer thigh. I should have mentioned this on the other side. If you can go down to your forearms, you guys have probably already done this. Head on down to your forearms. Again, that's not accessible to everyone, so you do what's in your range. And from here, everyone's gonna sit onto your sit bones. If you're in that figure 4 position, you're there already. If you're here, roll onto your right hip, swing your left foot forward. Right foot forward to meet it. So we're in what's called a staff pose in yoga, correct? Toes are gonna be up. Find your tall, long spine. From here, inhale, reach your arms up. On the exhale, round out your back, reach for your toes. Ankles, shins, wherever you can reach. Today it's my shins. Not worried here about keeping your tall, long spine. You're just enjoying the stretch to the back side of your legs, up even into your low back. Especially if you have tight hamstrings, you're gonna feel this in your low back. This is an awesome stretch to use your breathing. On your inhales, you lift up just a tiny bit. On your exhales, push forward just a tiny bit. Every single exhale, even if you move a millimeter more forward, that's great. Good, we're gonna roll our bodies up nice and slow. Find your tall, long spine. Bring your right hand back behind your body. Left hand's on the outside of the right thigh, big twist. So eyes can gaze over your right shoulder back towards, I guess, the wall or whatever is behind you. We're in this tall, long spine, right? Really easy for us to want to collapse and go this way. Lift up, chest is proud. You should be proud of yourselves. We did a lot of work today. Go ahead, gently release, same thing, other side. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh, left hand comes back behind you, big twist. All right, pop quiz at home. I have no one in studio, so at home. Think of all the 8 core movements. I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds to think of them. Remember, there's one and then there's the anti, so that kind of helps. If you can get one, you can get the anti, or vice versa. I'm gonna tell you all of them again. Go ahead, face forward. We're gonna roll out our wrists. You can sit however is comfortable for you on the floor. I'm gonna face you. So you're rolling out your wrists both ways. Give your left wrist forward. Right hand is gonna help this left wrist come back. Yep. So you're using your hands, palm is facing away. You should feel the underside of the wrist stretch. Good, fingers face down, palm towards you. Bring those fingers towards you. All right, I'm gonna tell you. I have to look. No, I don't. Extension, anti-extension, flexion, anti-flexion. Lateral flexion, anti-lateral flexion, and rotation and anti-rotation. All right, go ahead, switch your side. Palm faces away. I forgot what this was called. I was like, lateral? Yeah, lateral. Now you know. Every time you do core, you can categorize it. Now you know. Fingers down, palms towards you, pull it back. Top side of the wrist stretch. Good. Shake those wrists out. Place your hands on your, wherever you can. I'm sitting cross-legged, so mine's on the top of my thighs. Roll out your shoulders. A lot of tension stored there, right? Both directions. Flip it on if you haven't already. Gonna end with those shoulders down and back. Give me 2 deep inhales. You can raise your arms up with you if you want. Oh, on the exhale, release. Good, 1 more inhale. And exhale, that's all we have for our core and our stretch. It went by so fast. Thank you for joining me virtually. That's all we got. We have 1 more virtual class this week. It is tomorrow. We got strength at noon, all right? So we'll see you then. Cody, Faith, Carla, Leanne, Madeline, Sarika, Sue, good work. I know I missed a few. Thank you. You're welcome, Sarika. No problem. You enjoyed the format. Oh. Good work, Sue. Proud of you. Thanks for the feedback.